Hey everybody, I'm Andrew Neary, the owner of Drinks and Dragons Board Game Cafe, and I'm joined by Honor Bastianelli, the Development Officer of Community Programs at Ontario Shores Foundation for Mental Health. Today we're going to be talking about what's going on with the COVID-19 pandemic and you and mental health. Honor, how are things going over there?
Things they're going. You know what? It's a tough time for everybody. Up until yesterday, we were working out of our office and it was business as usual. But things are ever changing hourly. And so, there are some changes within the hospital now with regards to, entry and exiting visitors. But it's an essential service. Ontario Shores is a public hospital and we do provide a service. So for them, a lot of it is business as usual there.
Yeah, we were going to do this in person originally, but things kind of changed yesterday for you and you got sent home.
Yeah, it's very, I was on my way into the office and actually I received a text message from the CEO and said, come in, we got a few things to wrap up and you'll be asked to leave shortly thereafter. And that's pretty much exactly what happened.
Wow. So what do you think? I think generally for myself, there's a lot of kind of opportunity to become depressed, especially, I think generally being stuck is sort of the first cause of depression for a lot of people, is feeling stuck in their lives or feeling stuck in their, houses or the same circumstance. I think this is kind of a very potent melting pot of depression symptom possibilities. What do you think right now?
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely, it's changing everybody's lives and the way we live our daily life. It's difficult, for those who are dealing with mental illness and deal with depression. There are days where getting out of bed is difficult. And now, we're having to change everything else in our lives. So, with regards to, if you're depressed, but you look forward to, getting together with that group of friends for a coffee, right now, that's not really an option. It's a little different. We got to look at the way that we are socially interacting with each other. So it's difficult. There's no doubt about it, but there are ways that we can also facilitate those social interactions without putting everybody else kind of into the pandemic and becoming part of the issue as well.
Yeah. What do you think those kind of the best strategies to continuing to have a social life in this situation are?
Well, just like we're doing right now, right? That's the beauty of technology. Once you kind of figure out whatever you prefer, whether it be video chat or just, plain old telephone, there are a ton of ways that we can communicate with each other. And I would say that, again, everybody probably has access to a smartphone. Make sure your smartphones are nice and charged up and, hop on FaceTime, hop on, WhatsApp. Give your parents a quick call. Those are the things that we can do, and they're literally at our fingertips. And it's important. It's absolutely vital that we keep the line of communication open with each other, that we're checking in on each other, and that we're still asking those questions. How are you doing? And while we may not be able to be with each other, physically in the same room, that doesn't mean that that we just let each other kind of fall by the wayside and we'll pick up in a couple of weeks when things have calmed down. Hopefully, we need to be having those conversations on a daily basis, maybe more than once. It depends on friends and family and where they're at. But there are ways that we can absolutely stay in constant communication and look out for each other.
Yeah, I know my family's been trying to figure out ways to kind of stay together and be able to make the best of the situation. My mom's been working from home for quite a while. So now, since we all live at the same place, there's definitely some extra stress around being kind of in each other's face all the time now. But there's definitely some opportunity for more family time than we've had in a long time.
For sure.
What do you think are some good sort of actions to take if things aren't quite going so well for you? So you've been trying to reach out to your friends, you've been trying to make those calls to the people that you care about, but maybe you already have some mental health issues and some battles that you're fighting. Are there any specific programs that are being created to deal with this issue right now?
So, uh, again, if you have access to a smartphone or a computer, you have access to the world of apps. And a lot of people right now within our realm of mental health are discussing, how important meditation is. And of course, there are a number of countless apps that you can access and that are extremely helpful. I know our mental health first aid officer at Ontario Shores, Christina Fuda, has mentioned in some of her podcasts, a few of them, like Headspace app. There's Calm app, Do Yoga With Me, which obviously is in conjunction with meditation. But those things, they're incorporating your physical well-being as well as your mental well-being. And it's important that you keep up with both of those, that they're both just equally as important. And, if apps aren't your thing, or meditation is not my thing, but of course, you can, if reading, you can pick up a book, you can do some adult coloring, or, I have a 9-year-old, I still got lots of coloring books kicking around. Sometimes you just need to have a moment where you're like, okay, I need some color in my life. I just need to decompress. So there are other options. That's the beauty of the internet, is that you really have access 24/7 to something to get your mind focused or refocused on something else.
Yeah, I know a lot of my friends are kind of getting into like group video games and multiplayer to kind of try to both stay in touch, but also fill the time that they're experiencing this massive amount of.
Yeah, for sure. And all the bands that are playing, streaming right now, they're doing kind of live concerts in their house that you can take a look at. I know I'm a big fan of Blue Rodeo, and the Jim Cuddy band just did a great in-house concert yesterday. It was really cool. And you do feel connected because it's more of an intimate atmosphere. So that might help a lot of people too.
That's very cool. I actually had no idea about that. Wow. So is there anything else you think would be important for people to know right now in this trying time?
Well, it's like, as I mentioned about the physical health, your mental health is important, and we don't know quite yet where this is headed. And again, as I mentioned earlier in the interview, it's going, where things are changing hour by hour, sometimes even every half an hour. Again, I think it's really important. You can still get outside, you can still take that walk. You can't take it in, mass groups, but you can still take a walk. Don't lose what's important to you. Don't put that on the back burner, and that you are, you're keeping up your interactions where possible, and connecting with those people who are important to you, that, are, if you consider somebody a really good friend, that you're continuing to maintain those friendships, because you might be having a good day, that person might not be having a good day. And those are just really simple, easy ways. Again, your mental health is an extremely important thing to be focusing on right now, and as well as those around you. And I think we just need to continue to look out for ourselves. And at the Ontario Shores Foundation, we're always talking about keeping the conversation going. And I just encourage everybody to continue to do that from the safety of your own home.
Wow. Well, thank you very much for talking to me today, Honor, and for all the new info. I don't like country music like I know you do, but I'll have to find some good home-based concerts to listen to. And yeah, thank you so much.
My pleasure, Andrew. Anytime.